Getting into the final is just a step in the right direction. It's a victory in on itself, but it is not the victory. So I'm just grateful for another opportunity to face these guys and then see who really is the strongest man.
I'm feeling great for the finals. I mean, I think everybody is always always nervous for the first event. You know, for tomorrow going to the frame, there's a lot of nerves going on, and so, you know, it's very important for me to start well.
I'm not worried. I competed in it will be 12th final for me, but I say one of the worst suitable events for me at this moment, because I'm missing squat, I'm missing log lift, and it's only one good event for me. I think it is trackable, but I am injured Achilles, and this event maybe will be worse now. So it is really a strange situation for me.
This year, you know, the events are not so bad for me. First event is frame carry. Frame carry is it's normally a good event, but here I think a few guys can do mistakes about maybe injure the ends, because the weather is very warm and wet, and these handles are very small. I think it's very probably, maybe some favorites on that even can injure the ends, but I will be careful because we have 5 more events after this one.
Yes, finals, every event's good for me. For loading, I am good. Farmers are good. Overheads, I am good. Deadlift, my best events, my favorite events, you know. I don't know what, this is sport. I know what happens because it's sport.
So one thing I'm like a little bit worried about, concerned about, is my finger that got hurt the very first event in the qualifiers. Normally grip is a strong suit of mine, so going through this frame with those thin handles pushed out wide, normally that would have been a strength of mine, because a lot of these other guys can't hold on to that way for so long. So I'm really hoping that this finger holds up during that test of grip strength. I'm sure it will though, when it comes to push.
The events in the finals are quite good for me. I mean, we are in the finals and here are the 10 of the best strongmen, so it could be really fast. You make some mistake, you lose points, but I try to do each event for event, make the most possible points of each event. I mean, there are quite a couple good events. What should be not so good, I think, is frame for me, especially in this heat. I'm sweating so much in my hands. I mean, my grip is getting better, but still compete with, like I say, with the 10 of the best guys. The biggest guys and the strongest guys are so strong. That's crazy almost. So, but I will try to do my best and catch points wherever I can.
Second event this year was the deadlift. It's a car deadlift, 380 kilo for repetition. I want to fight hardest as possible on that event because I don't feel my hips on the deadlift in the heat, and then in the final should be okay also, and I know I have good chance to win this event. I think Hafthor Bjronsson is maybe the strongest guy in deadlift here. Me, Konstantin Janashia, and Brian Shaw also is very strong. Should be interesting to see what the result after this.
In finals is one worst event for me. This is deadlift. I hate this, but I try be better every year. Other events is good for me.
Going into the barbell overhead press. Normally that would have been a really good event, but I've been so obsessed with log pressing and dumbbell pressing over this last year, I actually haven't practiced my barbell split jerks like I used to. In training, I've been able to get up to 460 pounds on the split jerk, so I'm gonna be gunning for that 200 kilo.
After that, on the second day, we start with boss pull. Boss pull is a normal event for me. I train a lot this year, this event. And I improve also because last year I did a little mistake with the plane. My both legs cramp and I fall just before the lines and I lose a lot of points. But this year, it will not happen.
The 50 event is loading race. It's going to be 5 different obstacles that you have to run. The first is 10 meters, and then you get closer and closer and closer and closer. and it's kind of an interesting event. It's because we have different, you know, objects. You know, it's not just sandbags or sacks, or it's just, yeah.
And the last event, stones, I think it's a staple of Strongman, the iconic event, the truest test of strength. And I train them harder than I train anything else. So I'm gonna damn well make sure I win the stones this year.
My Atlas stone has improved this year. In the 2 past years, I missed the last one by like 1 centimeter. But I think this year, with my better training, I have good chance to do all the stones. It's my object, my goal, you know.
I think the biggest battle will be between Brian and Hafthor. And third place, I don't know who can be. Everything can be happen.
I mean, we are in the finals. Everybody is your. You compete with everybody, so you try to beat everybody. But just a couple guys like Brian and Hafthor, they're so strong. It's crazy to really beat them. I mean, like I say, everybody needs to do his best. But I just always try to look like this. You can just do your best. You cannot manipulate other people. You just do your best, and the other guys do what they do.
Brian Shaw and Hafthor bjronsson, I think these 2 athletes catch another level, you know. It's another class of athlete. He will fight for the title for sure. But each year, few guys coming and can surprise and win even in final. You know, last year Mateusz Krzykowski win the boss pool, the plane pool. Nobody apologized this before, but I think this year we can have more and more surprise about these new guys. But I think the favorite this year for top 3 is maybe Konstantin Janashia, Mateusz Krzykowski, and Martin Licis. I think these 3 guys are really strong, and all the time we compete against or sometimes I beat one of them, sometimes one of them beat me. It's very, very close, and just a little mistake in final can change all at the end. But I think it's the 3 best contender for the other place of podium, because you know, all the athletes in final knows this year will have a new guy on the podium, I think, because Zydrunas is not in the best shape. He injured his Achilles in the heat, and I don't think he can fight for the podium with this event. And of course, we'll have a new guy, but nobody knows who will be.
Of course, everyone else as well is a contender, so I absolutely will not underestimate anyone, but I'm here to beat them all. Now, Hafthor, Bjornsson, and Shaw are the 2 guys that beat me last year that are still competing. So this is my chance to show them up and beat them.
In final, about 7, 8 guys can be in they have chance to win. So it is not. It's interesting for TV, for fans. I would like to have other style events, but it is. I competed in 12 World's Strongest Man finals, and every year it was different events, and sometimes I won when was really bad events for me. Sometimes I lose when was really good events for me. It is a sport, you never know how it can be.